I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no ticket on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no ticket on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side. I'm a rich, spoken, dead white boy. You know the dead ones get stacked up. When you walk into a strip club, tossing up white hoes act up. Niggas look strange, I look strange back. You got a problem, you don't really want that. That alcohol got you thinking. You walk in, don't make me disprove that. Now I'm trying to let you make it, my nigga, just let it be. But that devil off up in you, so you gon' come fuck with me. Now I can make it home and you might not let there be new scripture. If you cross the line, I can guarantee you I'll let that be hit you. I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no tint up on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no tint up on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
I keep on moving like soul to soul, penetrate your mind, let your conscience flow like water from the aquifer. Look within the ocular and see your tendencies. For the Hennessy, take a sip. Lyrical clip full of hollow tip. Grab a mic with a firm grip when I spit. Have brothers like a mental shit.
Niggas killing me with this mother shit that you hear. Inability to stick with clarity, it's so unclear.
But I'ma need you to step your game up, cause if not, you a trump, that's a lame duck. I'ma call you superhead cause the game sucks. Keep it moving in your lame truck. Run.
Worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no tears up on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worrying me. I don't need no tears up on my windows, everywhere to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
Niggas killing me with this mother shit that you hear. Inability to stick with clarity, it's so unclear.
I said niggas be talking crazy, hold up, don't make them wait. I don't chase after hoes, I let them change. Okay, let's get that straight. Nah, back to the grill, what the niggas got beat, yes man, gon' bring your stage. By the time you realize we got a problem, then it's too late. I don't worry about
no. Here we are. There it is. Let's get it. Microphone check 1112. Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing, where I am your host, MZ, and we're going to talk about it. This episode comes to you by way of HWX Handcrafted Candles. Their motto is to relax and enjoy. By the Block Fam, which started on Marlowe's Corner, we just keeping it going. And by the Track Titans, who provides us with our music. With that being said, we're going to kick back. Oh, look at our assistant slid into the building. La D, what's going on? With that being said, we're going to have a little fun, chew the fat, shoot some spit. However they say that, that statement. Oh my gosh. Let's just go ahead and, wait, what's this? Let's just go ahead and keep it real. It's been a good little minute since Terrence the Bud Crawford put hands all over Saul Canelo Alvarez, and the memes are steadily just pouring in. People crying, breaking their TVs, having fits. Yeah, that's what it is. Talk ish and swallow spit. But you know, you chew gum and you swallow a lot of spit, your stomach start hurting, make you hungry, activating your digestive system, your digestive juices, glands, enzymes. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all gotta bear with me. I've been doing a lot of studying, getting ready. I'm going through school again. So I'm trying to have a little snacky snack while we get ready to do what we do. Fake news saying he tested positive. Waha! Girl, you know I want to touch on that a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And we're gonna kind of wait for him to fall in a little bit more, sis. But you are right. Fake news claiming that he tested positive. What makes it even worse is that a person goes on a crusade type deal, beating the drum. And I can understand you want to get some views for your channel and everything. But is that really the way you want to garnish views? By throwing dirt on somebody's name with no evidence at all. You know, the devil speaks in a nice soft tone to fool you into believing some nonsense. Just because you speak eloquently and try to use big words to sound very educated doesn't mean your intentions are good. And with that being said, I'll leave it up to you to filter out who it might be that you're talking about. But it is what it is. Positive for being a bad MF. You right. The man did his thing. I have said, I'll say it again. The cream rose to the top, and this time the cream was Terrence Bud Crawford. It is what it is. Anytime a man turns to a camera and says, you have to accept the fact that I lost. The scorecards, the judges said that I lost. You have to accept that. Don't run around talking about Canelo. Yes, sis. I did see the video where he said, I may be the only one in the world who thinks you won. I scored it for you. I had you winning. Stop it. Because that's who I'm talking about when I say the man turned around to the camera and said it. You must accept the fact that I lost. Now, I'm hearing the drums beating and the horns blowing. But David Benavidez, maybe he could squeeze down to 160, 68 and face Crawford. No, I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear it. Rod X is in the building. What's up, my people? You know I'm shooting that right back at you. What's up? And I'm glad you guys are joining with me tonight. Couldn't make it to y'all last week because, you know, it's just so much going on. You know, my schedule has changed up so much. I got to figure out how we're going to get things together. Well, we can keep things popping. We might start doing shows for a little while on Sundays, the day after the fights take place on the weekends. I'm not quite 100% sure, but things seem to be leaning that way. But if I can keep pushing it on Tuesday, I will, if time allows. But anyway, I don't need to get on that. I need to get on this situation about oh yeah, if he was a judge, let me see. Wait. Well, should have asked Canelo why he raised his hand at the end of the fight, knowing damn well he got whooped. Well, you know how it is, man. You know you gonna put your hand up. I won. Like, you know, maybe he thought the fix was in, and it wasn't. I don't know. I really don't know. If Elie Seckbach were a judge, yeah, he'd have gave it to Canelo after all, even after a knockout. The man has no integrity. He doesn't belong associated with the sport. And you know, back in the day when I first started watching boxing, the different channels and stuff like that, I kind of, his reporting, I guess that what kind of drew me in. But as I started listening to him, I started seeing that, no, this is not the route that we want to go. And I can agree with you on that, sis, saying that his integrity is not there. And I do believe 100% wholeheartedly. Am I coming in loud enough and clear enough? I do believe wholeheartedly that this man would not have given Crawford the fight. I don't know what he was looking at. You know, he wasn't looking. He was just going off of hope and prayer. I don't know who he was praying to or hoping for or hoping with, but you know, we saw what it was and we saw how it is. And it turned out the way it was supposed to. But to run around, and he even showed up at Robert Garcia's gym, trying to sway opinions of Garcia and the rest of those guys in their camp, talking about he thought Canelo won, and they laughed at this man. They literally laughed at, well, not they, but Robert Garcia laughed at him. He laughed at this man. Come on, man. You know, it was almost like he wanted to say, stop the bull And go ahead and get this man his prop. He went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. He did what a lot of experts, fans, professionals claimed that he couldn't do, wouldn't be able to do. He's too big, he's too strong, he's too this, he's too that. He's got red hair and he got a tattoo on his neck, and he's thick, and he's Canelo, and he's Saul. Well, let me say this. For the people that's trying to blame Crawford for being dirty, which I don't get where y'all get that from, just wake up out of your dreams and start spitting out some nonsense. I can understand if you were pointing the finger at people that you thought was dirty or knew that was dirty, because there are plenty of fighters in the game who pop dirty that you could be beating that drum about. Now, some people got upset with me because I said Victor Conte, yes, he was caught doing something dirty, caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Did this man go to jail and do some time? Yes. Isn't this the United States where they say, well, they used to say if a man gets caught and he goes to jail and he gets out and he does his time, his debt to society is paid. But you guys are telling me now that even though you go to jail and whatever happens, you are not capable of making a change. And you want to beat the drum so loud till you reach back and say, this guy, Terrence Bud Crawford, how could he gain so much weight? How could he move up? How could he do this? How could he do that? I want you all to listen to me. You see, because there are things that just don't seem right when it comes to this conversation. You know, y'all know that's how he talk. I'm going to just say this, man. Until Bud pops dirty, which I don't believe he will, get off that nonsense. The man took a year to gain the weight. We all knew the man had skills. You lost if you bet against him. If you bet with him, then you won. Simple as that. Let's move on to bigger and better things. If Bud decides to fight somebody else, then so be it. If he don't, so be it. But don't start begging him to fight Benavidez and Bivol and what's the other one's name? Beterbiev. Don't start begging him to do that. You weren't begging Canelo to do that. And I pose this question: if you're okay, thanks. I'm glad I'm sounding good. I pose this question: if you're going to go witch hunting on somebody, question Canelo when he popped dirty with the clenbuterol. Can't get it out of my mouth. Not only him, let's just talk about everybody that's been in this camp so far popping dirty. I don't hear nobody saying Eddie Reynoso it's just wrong. Eddie, you know, I don't hear none of that. And I'm not finna go and beat that drum for a long time either, because it's beneath me and a waste of time. Yes, I said it. Beneath me and a waste of time. I'd rather talk about Crawford and Sweet Poison Fundora. Man, let me tell you something about Gabriela Fundora. And I know I jumped from one to another, but I have to give this young lady her props. She started to look, you know what I'm saying, when she's standing in the corner and doing the thing now, she's starting to have that look to me like the champion within her is starting to grow. The shell that she seemed to be in, that quiet, soft-spoken, it seemed to be coming out. You starting to see a little beast of a fighter over there in that corner with old Silky Slim, drink of water, Gabriela Fundora. She's doing quite well, and I think she's going to represent herself for a good little while. I don't know how well she would do if she start gaining weight or move up to her next weight class, if it takes place or possible. But I got to take my hat off to that young lady. She kicking ass and taking names. Or taking names and kicking ass. However you want to put it, there's some ass kicking going on in that situation. And that's just what it is. Oh, he said, begging for a cosign. They clowned him. You're right, they did clown him. I'm back on Crawford and Ellie Setback reporting the wrong shit as of last week, talking about what this man did and what he didn't do. D-Lo, you might well be here on time and all this. Go on, press the button, come on in and talk, because you're doing a lot of writing. And, yeah. Take a little breath. I got to slow down a little bit. trying to eat, trying to sip, drink, not get drunk or nothing like that. Cause I don't do that no more. I'm still sober, y'all. No smoking. We got that written test coming up tomorrow. It's getting deep. I'm finna go and knock that out tomorrow, and then I'll be letting y'all know what's going on. Yeah, he be lying. He can't help it. He can't help it. You know, people getting on their channels, and it's starting to become quite clear to me that it's the best thing for them to do is tell a lie instead of just going out there and reporting something that really makes sense. He said, if I was a reporter, I would have never have stopped asking Canelo about clenbuterol. Getting stripped for ducking multiple mandatories, and about all those failed tests out of that camp. Exactly. Same thing that I'm saying. You watching the Clubber Lang movie. Who playing Clubber Lang? Wait a minute. How you gonna spit? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the man that can call a frog from a whale. My brother from another mother and a father. Trey X is in the building.
Salute,
Trey, what's
salute.
up?
What's going down, man? Just thought I'd come through and chop it up about boxing and sports in general a little bit, which was going down.
Man, I'm feeling good. Excited about tomorrow because I got a big test coming up. But I still got a lot more ground to cover in order before I'm really solidified and cemented in a spot at the job. But everything's going good, man. I'm feeling real good. And how are you doing?
Shit, I can't complain, man. Everything's good. Shit, won some bets this past weekend in the NFL. Only lost one game so far, the damn Pittsburgh game, where I foolishly took the number 15 team over the number 14 team as the favorite on accident, full of that weed. But outside of that, the won everything else, you know what I'm saying? But I will say I did miss out on a couple of bets this past weekend with the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. I've been kicking myself to death about that shit. Left meat on the bone. But, you know, it's all good. It's still early in the season. We got time to snatch a patch out there.
And that's always good. Get a little change going on. The MC, you missed the joke. Instead of Ellie Setback reporting, it's Ellie Setback lying. It's ridiculous. So, I tried to watch a little football, but I just didn't. I ain't gonna even fool nobody. But I wanted to ask you, have you noticed, does Gabriella Fundora look like she's starting to have a little fun and starting to fall into that championship? She's starting to wear that championship mode a lot more prouder.
I ain't even see a fight. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Saturday is become like a stacked day for me and shit, so I ain't even have time to watch her fight. But I saw that she got a stoppage in round 7 and shit on the Channel Ross. I had took the decision because I thought the opponent had a little staying power, but Gabriella Fundora is a true emergency fighter as far as the women go. She's just like her brother. So I wasn't too surprised she got up out of there. My boy Yasser got 3 bonuses this past weekend. That was one of them. That's how he took first place.
Man, he kicked ass, didn't he?
Yeah, he kicked ass, man. I'm over here struggling. I'm in the 20s. I don't think I ever been in the 20s. You know what I'm saying? Got 2 more weeks to go. I got to make a move. But shit, you still holding it down in the top 10. I think Yasser moved to the top 10. Eric R up there somewhere. So yeah, I'm struggling, but shit, at least I see my people doing well, so it's all good.
Man, I'm trying. I moved back a couple of spots. I got to get back down to like 6 or 5 or something like that. Cause I think it got me at 8, and I can't roll with that. I got to come through it, man. I gotta finish strong.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I said, OG got action at being a 4. Fuck a 4.5. I mean a 3.5. He might be a 4, or maybe even a 4.5 or something.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Yeah. So you got to put your foot in the dirt and cut up field on him.
Yeah, I'm trying. I ain't gonna even lie. Oh, he said this was Rocky. Oh, that's what you call Rocky 3, Clubber Lang. Okay. Rod X in the building. Straight out the gate, he said, what historical fighter would y'all compare Bud to?
Historical fighter that I would compare Crawford to. I think that's one thing about him that's that I like about him is that he really don't really remind me of nobody. He got his own style. He got his own way of fighting. Um, every single time he fight, it look different. Like if you look at the Madrimov version of Crawford and this version of Crawford against Canelo, two different fighters because he had two different fighters in front of him. Like he had that Erky jerk in front of him with Madrimov, and he matched that shit and beat him at his own game. And then he got Canelo, who was more settled down in front of him and shit. He was a different guy against that. Went out there and dismantled that shit. So I think he got his own style. He don't really remind me of nobody. I mean, I guess we could say like a macro perspective, he one of the classy type of fighters like a Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? He along that line, but not quite. All them guys are orthodox. He fights southpaw. He got his own thing going, in my opinion. He don't remind me of nobody.
He in a good lineage of fighters, but like you said, I think he fights like his own way. He just give out customized ass whoopings. Would that be the right way to put it?
Yeah.
Everybody that you fight get a customized ass whooping, particularly set for that opponent.
Yeah.
Hank Lundy, Gamboa, you already mentioned Madrimov. The dude he hit in the stomach that he took the belts from. Had him laying on the ground. I can't remember the African name right now.
Ndongo.
The list goes on. Canelo. Let me say that one twice. Canelo.
People gave him shit about the Madrimov fight going into the Canelo fight, but I think Madrimov is a tougher puzzle to solve than this version of Canelo. This Canelo, he real simple. He right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Leading off with left hooks against a southpaw and all this type of shit. Madrimov with all that fighting and Erky jerk shit, man, that's a tougher puzzle. So, but you know, he able to figure that shit out, man, no matter what you put in front of him. I say this, man, if I got to take Crawford against any fighter in history, I think I got a chance to win. I'll tell you that.
It's a pretty. It looks to be a decent bet, and well, he came out. Remember we was talking. I had mentioned I was like, I think they've been studying Canelo for a minute. Which you know, I heard the videos and everything. I even heard Buzz say that the idea came after what's called the daddy brought it up. But what let me know, you know, what should let everybody know when you know you in trouble messing with Bud and you supposed to be a top name. He always say these words right here. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that guy. I watch that guy. When he say that, you better be ready, willing, and knowing that it's a good fight coming up on his side for sure. He gonna come out and produce. And once again, that's exactly what him and his team did. I'm not gonna say that I'm riding him hard or nothing like that, but I am gonna give the roses and the flowers and everything to Bomac, Bernie, and the rest of those guys for what they were able to accomplish that night. And Lala D being for MZ. Remember that time you came in butt naked last in Champ Ross? Nah, I don't remember that. Bringing up old stuff that I don't remember. Butt naked last though?
Yeah, you dead last. Hey, you done done that shit several times, nigga. It ain't been one time. It have been several times you've been dead last. But now that I sit up here and think about it, though, Crawford kind of remind me of Sugar Ray Leonard if he didn't win an Olympic gold medal. Like if he just won, because Crawford lost in the Golden Gloves and shit, the National Golden Gloves. He got robbed. He should have won the fight, but they gave it to the opponent. I can't remember what he won. He a 3.5. He won one of them national tournaments though, but he lost in the Golden Gloves and he got into it with Kenny Porter, and that prevented him from going to the Pan American Games. And then that right there would have got him actually going to the Olympics and all that shit for sure. If Sugar Ray Leonard did not have the Olympic gold medal and he had to come in the back door like Crawford did, I think they kind of remind me of each other because they real mean. That's what's reminding me of each other. Even though Sugar Ray Leonard smile and stuff, he real mean, and Crawford is mean too. And I really misread him. He really is like a psychopath. That's really what he is. He like a psychopathic person. Like I remember when he got into it with Earl. Well, not got into it, but he stepped to Earl Spence when he was fucking with him, talking about you fat.
Right.
Fat, all that type of shit. Well, I remember he was giggling. He was like, kiki. And I took that shit as a sign of weakness. Because I'm like, look at this motherfucker giggling and shit when he get in front of the dude. But it wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a sign of glee. This was a gleeful laughter that he was displaying. Almost like a hyena or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He likes to hurt people, man. I done seen him wrestling motherfuckers down. He had this one dude on his back with his leg up and shit, like a girl or some shit, just, and he laughing at him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like he just a mean psychopathic type motherfucker in that ring. And I say the closest I see was Sugar Ray Leonard, because Sugar Ray Leonard coming to take you out. Like he go out there and fight Thomas Hitman Hearns and shit. He trying to get Hearns up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how bad he supposed to be. I'm coming to try to get your ass up out of here. And yeah, I think that's the best comparison that I can think of.
Okay. D-Lo said he think he lost the Olympic trials to Saddam Ali or Miguel Gonzalez.
Oh, I forgot about that shit. Yeah, I forgot about that shit. He lost to Saddam Ali twice, I think.
Crawford is like Jordan and Brady. Money is going to be short betting against those guys. Trust me, I lost enough money betting against Jordan and Brady. Well, those are two of my favorite past athletes. You know, I cut for Brady, cut for Jordan. I rarely ever went against him. Big E used to make fun of me all the time about riding so hard for Tom Brady and the Patriots. Oh, he come with the Patriots. Tom Brady. Like, bro, it is what it is. You know, I'm just keeping it real, having fun. He said, I came into the sport of boxing on Ray Leonard because, pause. That's Rod X. Excuse me. Whew. I just had a nice good, it's going down. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. A couple of nights ago, I got a little weak. Started shivering. Saying, you know what? I smell the baby in there. She got something lit up. I floated it through the living room a couple of times just to, smell it, and then came back. And I didn't hit nothing. I just went in there to smell it a little bit. Got rid of the urge.
Yeah, some people do that shit to help them get by. Like my partner, he on probation, and he like to be around it and smell it and shit. So it's all good, man. You ain't hit it. That shit ain't gonna show up on no drug test or nothing like that. So it's all good.
Standing strong. So I seen this old weak ass, and yeah, I'm saying that, D-Lo. I seen this old weak ass what's the press conference? Just Jake Paul and Tank press. That was weaker than tap water to me. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't even think I'm gonna waste my time on that event, fight, whatever you want to call it. Nothing that they can say makes sense at that press conference. No questions that can be asked about it make sense. Except, why won't you fight Shakur or one of those dudes? Why won't you fight one of them? Now those questions make sense. We're seeing to infuriate Mr. 5'5". I can't understand it. Could it be that he might be thinking to himself that, since Shakur is real tight with Crawford, that some kind of ass whooping could be hiding itself around some corner, just waiting to jump out on him? Could that be a possibility? I don't know. But I wouldn't doubt it.
He done been in the ring with the man before. So he know what type of fighter Shakur is. He know it's going to be hard to hit him. And if he can't hit him, it's going to be hard to beat him. So he know that, man. Everybody got a style that you don't want to see in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And Shakur got this style that you don't want to see in front of him. A motherfucker that's slippery, a motherfucker that's smart, somebody that's uh disciplined, stay in the gym, stay around weight, don't see him blowing up in weight, getting fat, none of that shit. Similar to Crawford. He know what's up, man. And plus he been getting school from Crawford. That's his mentor, basically. Helping him become a better fighter and shit. He a mentor to several young fighters. Now I see him taking up Zaquan Moses on this wing and all that shit. That's Shakur Cousin. Man, he know what type of education that dude getting over there, man. Wally Moses, old school with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. He know what's up with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Him, his fans, they can say what they want to say, but that boy gonna have trouble if he fights Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hard thing. It still boils down to the same two people that back in the day we were saying the last two that I you know, when I was asked who do I think would be the last two standing, Shakur and Tank. But now I'm really leaning a lot more toward the baby world beater because like for some of the things that you just named, him not blowing up in weight, him seeming to be more dedicated in the gym and things like that. Tank, as of late, seemed to have kind of fallen off the track. Doesn't seem to be as dedicated, or we know it used to get a little messed up from time to time. And you know, I've harped a lot about these athletes, especially since Earl got handled up real bad. I harped about it a lot about Canelo, that drinking and stuff like that. It just has no room in the sport if you're still trying to compete. I don't care how good you think you are or how good the world thinks you are. That puts chinks in your armor. And I got a feeling we're gonna start seeing a few of these fighters with these chinks in their armor starting to show, and them taking beats, taking losses, L's at times that people think they should win. I'm also looking forward to seeing how you say his first name, Moses.
Zaquan, I just said it.
No, not him. The heavyweight.
Oh, Moses Itama.
Yeah, from across the pond. I'm starting to think that this young man, if he's in the gym and focused and not on nothing, you know, gotta say that, and not on nothing, I think he might be a nice fresh air, a nice fresh breeze to come into the heavyweight division. I think he got a fight coming up against somebody somewhere soon.
No, he just had a fight not that long ago with Dillian White and got him out of there in the first round.
He got him out of there so fast, it didn't even make no sense.
Yeah, but he definitely is a talent, man. He is a hell of a fucking talent. 4.5 on the scale and shit. Seemed like a very cerebral fighter. Got all kind of explosiveness and great power. But D-Lo had posted something off in Discord where god damn, the top ranked heavyweight, man, Richard Torres. It seemed like somebody might have stepped to him and said, and you know, with the opportunity of fighting Moses Itama, he said he'll jump out there on that shit. And that's a hell of a motherfucking test. That's a 4.5 Olympian, nigga, Olympic silver medalist. The only person that was beating him in the Olympics was Bakhtir Jalilov. That's it. And I think Moses Itama is an undersized heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken. Richard Torres is also an undersized heavyweight, but that'll be a hell of a fight. Southpaw versus Southpaw, lanes wide open. Both these dudes got one-shot knockout power. Somebody going to sleep if they fight. I would love to see that fight, especially if they try to get Itama to fight Usyk, because I know Usyk is different than Richard Torres, but he is a Southpaw. So it would be good if you go, get in front of some Southpaws before you get in front of Usyk. And Richard Torres will be an excellent test for Itama. Yeah, you might have to favor Richard Torres. I don't know. That's a tough one, but that'll be a good one, man. I pray we get that fight.
Let me see. I'm trying to. It's not pulling up for some reason. Yeah, it's not pulling up. I can't get it to pull up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is Torres.
Yeah, Richard Torres Jr. He came up with Keyshawn. They was in the same Olympic class and shit.
He kind of looked like I don't know what that dude looked like. He got that old. What's the dude that Keith Caleb playing that beat?
I can't remember his name, but I know you talking about though.
He kind of favored me, you know, that look he got. It just looked like an old 70s look.
80s look like with the mullet and shit.
Yeah, with the hairstyle and the mustache, it just I ain't making fun of the dude, you know what I'm saying, but he got that look to me. It looks a little strange.
Hey, we ain't getting no shout out to him anyway for going out there and beating Mirajan Ahmad Ali. So salute to him for that. That was an excellent win. He is definitely one of the legends of this era as well. We don't really never talk about him too much and give him his props and shit, but he deserves some props for that Mirajan Ahmad Ali win. That was an excellent fight, over 300 amateur fights, one of those Uzbekistan southpaws and shit that's real skill that they have. He beat him by decision. I wasn't too surprised about that because I noticed that a lot of those Eastern Europeans, if you got power, they'll avoid you early in the fight so they don't get knocked out. Like when Lomachenko fought against
Devin?
nah
Oh no, not Devin. I guess
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when he fought against Lopez, he avoided him the first 6 rounds and then he engaged with him once he slowed down a little bit. And yeah, but that was a good win for anyway, man. He a bad motherfucker. Square business.
I won't take nothing from Anyway. I salute to Anyway for handling this business. Speaking of what CTO Lopez, as D-Lo would call him, speaking of him, is my understanding, am I looking at that right? Are they set, getting ready to strap it up, him and Shakur Stevenson? Is that what's getting ready to run across the board?
Yeah, they've been talking about it be at the beginning of next year.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and say right out the gate, I think the baby world beater going to take him. I had no kind of confidence in what CTO bring to the table. He all right, but I seen him cry too much. I seen him get off boxing code too much. I just don't think Shakur Stevenson, baby world beater, silver medalist, go out there and put your hands on this man and get him the hell out the way. Shut him up at least for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't think Teofimo done figured out the southpaw style. You know what I'm saying? Like early on, he had some highlight reel knockouts over some southpaws, and I thought he was pretty good against southpaws. But when I saw him against Lomachenko, when Lomachenko decided to step to him, I saw some problems. Also, when I saw him fight the guy from Spain, the hard luck fighter that can't never get a decision, I can't think of his name right now. He gave him all kind of problems. Then I also saw the guy from Ireland. Can't think his name either, but he gave him problems. They both of them should have beat him, and they robbed the guys and gave it to Teofimo. They were southpaws. I think Sean McComb or something was one of them. And what's the other guy? You should know who I'm talking about here. You watch boxing like I do. The guy from Spain, man, the southpaw. He had a fight with Alberto Puello. They gave it to Puello, but a lot of people thought the other guy won.
Oh, give me a minute. I try to think of his name, but shit, I'm bad on names, and you know that. I mess around and call this man something way not right.
I can't think of his name, but we all remember the motherfucker boxed up Teofimo and they didn't give him the decision. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't seen him struggle against
Sandor Martin.
Give credit where it come from, nigga. You see D-Lo.
From D-Lo, yeah. Sandor Martin.
Yeah, you didn't say D-Lo.
And then but you ain't let me get a chance to get. You see, I was struggling saying Sandor
Martin.
Him.
Yeah. I done seen some southpaws give him some problems. So I think he gonna have some problems with one of the smartest southpaws in the game. And plus, he been getting some solid competition lately too, being sharp and shit. Coming off a fight with a pressure, high volume type of guy. I think he's sharp right now, and I think that'll be bad news for Teofimo.
Well, I hope the baby world beater. I hope. Slow down, T. I hope Shakur Stevenson go out there and beat the brakes off of him. Actually, I'm gonna go and start speaking it seriously. There's certain fighters that I want to see the brakes get beat off of twice. Knock all the brakes off of all 4 tires. and the wheel, knock the rubber off the wheel. However you want to put it. I want to see his ass get lumped up, black eyed, bust nose, all this stuff. I want to see just take his ass apart, dismantling. This man said an 80s porn star. Wow, that's
Yeah, one
that's
thing about Teofimo though, if you got some good skills, especially on the outside, you can dominate him. Like he an Olympian, he a 4, but he lost in the Olympics 3 rounds to nothing against a man named Sofiane Oumihar. He from France. As a matter of fact, the guy went pro not that long ago. He got upset in his last fight against a veteran. I think it might have been on the Champ Ross. He fought a veteran though and got upset. But he beat Teofimo 3 rounds to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But only thing that's a little bit different about that situation is Oumihar is kind of tall. Sandor Martin is kind of tall. Sean McComb is kind of tall. Shakur not that tall.
oh yeah, you
You
did
know what I'm
say you
saying?
don't like fighting tall dudes.
Yeah, he not that tall. We heard him say that he don't like fighting tall people after the Masayoshi Nakatani fight. He said, man, we're gonna start fighting people more our size. So maybe he'll be a little bit more comfortable in front of somebody that's closer to his height. But we all know that if you compare Shakur Stevenson to Sandor Martin and Sean McComb and shit, it's definitely a skill deficit in favor of Shakur, or a skill surplus in favor of Shakur. So I think his ass is in trouble. I think he's gonna go out there and get outboxed. I don't know if he's just gonna be black and blue, but I think he's gonna be frustrated. I think he's gonna be outclassed. He gonna the plus minus is gonna be in favor of Shakur big time. So yeah, I think it's gonna be probably like a 9-3, 8-4 type of fight. If Teofimo decide to bring it, otherwise it might be a 10-2, 11-1 fight in favor of Shakur.
D-Lo said it was Barbasol who they robbed McComb for.
It was Barbosa. Oh yeah, well who was the one with
Barbosa.
who was the one with Teofimo? Because I know he had him another one besides
Jermaine.
Oh, that's one too. Jermaine Ortiz. I forgot about that. That's a good one because he could not touch Ortiz. I mean, he couldn't touch Teofimo. I mean, Teofimo couldn't touch Ortiz. Ortiz just boxed him on the outside and all that type of shit, and should have won that fight, but they gave it to Teofimo for coming forward. So that might be the guy, but it seemed like it was one more guy. But that's definitely a good one, though. I forgot all about Jermaine Ortiz.
Any of those names we named, because that he was at the end of the fight talking about, do he still got it? Is that one of those guys, or is that a different situation?
It might have been that fight after the Ortiz fight. I think Ortiz fought him as a southpaw too, because Ortiz is a switch hitter. And if I'm not mistaken, Ortiz fought him as a southpaw in that fight. So that's still some more evidence to my theory that he has not mastered fighting against the southpaw stance yet.
We got an RIP to Rudy Johnson.
Yeah, man, I saw that shit, man. That was one of my favorite running backs. He used to run for the Bengals and shit.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, and that was my squad and shit, man. So I hated to see that, man. RIP to Rudy Johnson.
Yeah, that dude ran hard than a bee. He ran hard.
Yeah.
He was a hard-nosed running back, in my opinion. I liked the way he ran the ball. I just hated that he was on a team that his skills didn't get to show to the world like they would on a prominent team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they had a great 1-2 punch. Him and Chris Perry. They was thunder and lightning. The thunder was Rudy Johnson and the lightning was Chris Perry, man.
Oh wow. I did not know he had passed away.
Okay, so I just looked at Teofimo Lopez's box rec, and Jermaine Ortiz was the guy that I was trying to think of.
Okay, that's who he was. That's the guy that you was thinking about, but is that the guy he was crying about? Do I still got it?
Yeah.
Do I still got it? Sorry, ass. That man said he got PTSD. I used to have a Rudy Johnson jersey. That's That's coming from D-Lo. That dude just
Yeah.
ran hard to me. I like, and he looked like he was mean when he was on that field. He just looked mean to me.
Yeah, man, they had a good ass team back in like 2006, man. I think they could have went deep in the playoffs if Carson Palmer didn't get hurt. But yeah, that was my squad right there.
D-Lo said he used to run with the Patriots when they had the dude that got hurt, the quarterback that got hurt, Bledsoe.
Bledsoe? No, I'm
Yeah.
Bledsoe.
That's not
You
Bledsoe.
said the Patriots?
Yeah, it was
Tom Brady got
Bledsoe.
hurt?
No, Bledsoe. That's who gave Tom. That's how Tom Brady got his shine.
Oh, yeah,
Bledsoe got hurt.
yeah. Yeah, I forgot D-Lo said he liked Bledsoe.
Man, I don't know who came up with that picture with that one I was showing. I'm the Viking dude playing the FBI dude disguised as an Indian dude. I've been trying to watch Tropic Thunder for about 2 weeks, and every time I start watching it, something happened where I can't watch it, or I have to go to bed.
Yeah. Shit, man, I know I had a tough weekend. It was stressful sweating these motherfucking games because we had Philadelphia over Denver. I'm steady texting D-Lo, crying, whining, complaining, hemming and hawing in this motherfucker. And because they was down early, nigga. It was like 19-7. We ain't got no points. Well, we got 3.5 points because we had a teaser. But I'm like, man, what the fuck? I thought we was out of there. But then they got some momentum going into halftime. Then they came out of halftime and decided to start playing some football. And they came back and got a win for us. So I appreciate them for that. We had the Denver Broncos over the Chargers. They could have won that game outright, but they
Without the plus 2.5.
Huh?
Without the 2.5.
Shit, we had 10.5 in that game because we teased it. So we won the bet, but they could have won the game outright. You know what I'm saying? But that was actually, that was probably the least stressful game of the day. The other game we had was Houston over Jacksonville. We had them in 8.5 points. They lost by 7, 17-10. They was hot garbage out there. Had me all stressed out and shit watching that shit. Man, it's tough because this is Texas. This is football country, and both our teams sorry. Nah, for real. We sorry as a motherfucker. The week before, I took Dallas over the Giants. Man, they had Russell Wilson out there looking like Dan Marino if he played in the modern day. I'm talking about he's sitting back just gunning that bitch. Going into overtime, he was 27 for 36 for 433 yards and 3 touchdowns, bombing that motherfucker on us. And we barely beat them 40-37. So I learned my lesson about them Cowboys. We ain't got no defense for shit.
But which quarterback was this?
That's Russell Wilson, nigga. They had him looking like he was back in his prime and better than ever. Say, them Cowboy defense is trash, man. D-Lo was like, hey, man, you want to take the Cowboys over the Bears? I said, I wish the fuck I would. They about to have Caleb Williams out there looking like a Hall of Famer because he been struggling in his young career. But I said the Dallas Cowboys are just what the doctor ordered. They going to have that motherfucker out there looking good. And that's what happened, man. They out there burning Trayvon Diggs and all that kind of shit. But them Cowboys, sorry as a motherfucker. And then CD Lamb get hurt. They just trash right now. I wanted to take Green Bay over them this week, but I got scared because I don't like taking road favorites. So this week I'm just taking the Detroit Lions at home over Cleveland, and I'm taking the Denver Broncos at home over Cincinnati. I'm a little bit nervous about that game because Bo Nick's been tripping. I don't know what type of bullshit he been on. He been missing wide open men all season. But Cincinnati is without their quarterback. They just got blew out by 38 points this past Sunday, so their confidence probably low as a motherfucker. So I'm hoping Denver can go out there and just put that dagger in them motherfuckers for the season. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Burrow ain't coming back. He done got a surgery on his toe and all that kind of shit. They got the boy Jake Browning out of Washington as quarterback. He trash as a motherfucker. Our defense is suffocating, nigga. So hopefully they go back there and sack that motherfucker. 10 times this game. But I did trip out because I missed out on taking the Cardinals over the 49ers. I just straight up missed it. I don't know what the fuck was going on in my head, but I just straight up missed it. And I also got scared of taking the Detroit Lions over the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason is because I wanted to take Detroit week 1, but I didn't. They went out there and got beat by Green Bay though. And then the first week I took the Buffalo Bills over the Baltimore Ravens, and we was down by 15 in the fourth quarter, nigga. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. So I'm over here scared of them niggas. I said, man, I probably need to stay out the way, man. I might be putting our money in front of a buzzsaw. Man, them motherfucking Detroit Lions went out there and handled their business. And they my Super Bowl favorites this season. They were really my number 1 team coming into the season. But week 1 made me kind of scared because they lost to the Packers. But shit, they done got their shit together, nigga. They put up 50 in week 2. And then this past week, they just went to Baltimore and took out the motherfucking Ravens. So yeah, salute to them Lions, man. I hate we ain't put no money on it.
Man, D-Lo can't chime in. He said, Trey, all the QBs had 250 plus passing, except for Trevor Lawrence on the plus 1,400 deal.
Oh man, if I would have saw that Trevor Lawrence was on the ticket, I would have sold you straight up hell no. You can't count on that motherfucker to go out there and slang that pill. Especially going against Houston. They sorry on offense, but their defense is good. But their offense is straight up trash, man. That boy out of Ohio State, that quarterback, CJ Stroud, weak as well water out there, boy. And I was mad at myself because last season I said, man, I ain't fucking with these Houston Texans. Man, these niggas weak. But I forgot about it coming into this season. So I saw that we had a spot where we could get a good bet on him, and I went on ahead and rolled with him. But then I started seeing how they was playing, and all them bad memories came back from last season. Like, man, I told myself I wasn't gonna fuck with these weak ass Texans, and now I'm about to get everybody money fucked off because I'm over here messing with CJ Stroud and these weak motherfuckers. But they did hold on and get the victory for me. I thought about taking them this week against Tennessee. But I'm like, man, this motherfucker Stroud, man, he might go out there and get outplayed by Cam Ward, man. I said, I ain't fucking with them Houston Texans, but they might win this week, though.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the Texans at all. D-Lo said that's why he glad he kept his money in his pocket. 4 out of 5 don't pay. Laughing out loud. Lala D even said she won this week on her favorite team.
Fantasy team.
Fantasy. She played fantasy? Wow.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with fantasy. She said, but I shouldn't have played Kraft as my tight end. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, she had played in the league and got some help from me. And I'm treating this shit like I'm betting on the game or something. I ain't got nothing for fantasy. Like where I just got to predict the stat line for a player. I can predict who gonna win the game, but I can't predict what motherfucker's gonna have the most yards and all that type of shit. Man, I was trash as a motherfucker in that fantasy shit. I had one friend that paid $500 to get me in a fantasy little league. This was, I want to say 3 years ago. Came in either dead last or second to last on his $500.
Wow.
Yeah, I told the motherfucker, I said, man, you know, I ain't never done this before. I didn't even know how to do the draft. Right. The damn computer ended up drafting everybody for me because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm sitting over there mad as hell because I don't even know what I'm doing. And he don't tell me nothing. He just paid the money and just threw me out there. Yeah, I'm trash in fantasy, man. I ain't got nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm worse than trash. Cause I don't know. I'm like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it, so I don't even try. But look, you seen that? I saw that video right there where old boy showed up and told old boy, y'all give me my money. Where's my money?
No, I got this one with this coach back in college. I think it was like 4 years ago. Like whenever, like if I'm at a poker game or something and I get lucky and draw out on somebody and they be over there crying and shit, I always play this particular video. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm just gonna play the audio. It ain't gonna take that long.
Yeah. The Bengals may have well called Ty Huntley. He a quarterback? I don't know. Y'all know I don't know nothing about football anymore. Not one thing. I don't.
Who she say?
No, D'Lo. He had said that the Bengals may have well called Ty Huntley. Is that a quarterback?
Yeah. I can't remember what school and shit he come from. But this is my favorite one right here. Hold on. I got the volume turned all the way down and shit. This is my favorite thing.
Bring me my money.
Hey, y'all remember that shit? That was from what college was that? The Ag. It's some kind of. It's a college team. I can't remember who that was, but I always play that shit. Whenever they start crying, tell them, bring me my money. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Hell, I don't cry when y'all draw it on me, so don't cry when I draw it on y'all. Matter of fact, bring me my money. Shit.
That's right. Everyone out there and collected on those boys. Had them all coming. He said, one of y'all owe me some more. One of y'all owe me some more. He said, yeah, Huntley was with the Browns during the preseason. Oh, so he don't even play no more? Or did they trade him to some others?
Oh yeah, I forgot they brought him in and shit. Yeah, but they didn't keep him though. They only kept 3 quarterbacks. They kept Flacco and the guy from Oregon. Fuck, that's a damn shame, man. The left-handed quarterback from Oregon, and they kept Shador.
Good, they kept Shador. Good for
That's
him.
a damn shame. I can't think of that quarterback name, man. It's at the tip of my tongue. Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is the
name. So what we think? What you thinking about this Schofield versus JoJo Diaz fight coming up?
I don't see why the fuck Schofield ain't fight the winner of the JoJo Diaz in pro grade fight. That was at 147 though, so I guess JoJo Diaz is going back down and weight to 135 for the fight. He probably gonna go in there and get his ass knocked the fuck out. He tough as hell. I respect him like a motherfucker. He is a bona fide war machine. He only been stopped one time. He ain't never been knocked out cold. He did get stopped by the Golden Boy fighter though. That's real strong that come forward. That got knocked out in 8 rounds by Ryan Garcia. Can't think of his name. The motherfucker that had fought Ali Akhmedov and they had a good fight and shit. He went out there and knocked out Alex Martin, the Chi-Town Heat. Can't think of the motherfucker name like always. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only person to stop JoJo. JoJo tough as a motherfucker. So I respect him, but I just would have liked the Schofield fight versus a guy coming off a win. You fighting the motherfucker coming off a loss. Your last 2 opponents is people that ain't coming off wins. Tevin Farmer was a good win. He coming off a draw or a loss or some shit like that. And now you got this dude here coming in off a loss. Let's fight some people coming in off a win. Nigga that's feeling good, that's coming to win the fight. That's what I want to see.
Somebody got a little confidence up on them to see if they bring you a little drama to the door, how you deal with it.
But I will say this though, a lot of people felt like JoJo won the fight against Prograis. I thought Prograis did enough to win the fight. He boxed him on the outside, but JoJo did hurt him a few times. That was surprising to see. We know Prograis to be an iron chin fighter, but his last few fights he ain't showed us that. He got hurt by Devin, got dropped by Devin. Now you out there getting hurt by JoJo, and JoJo ain't even a big puncher. So, you know, Prograis look like
might be them pulled down a little bit.
Yeah, but he done moved up in weight. You're supposed to get more punch resistance when you go up in weight, like Crawford. Like we saw Crawford get hurt by Gamboa in the lower weights. But as he went up in weight, he didn't get hurt no more. We started seeing, well, he got hurt by Mean Machine, but Mean Machine just a hard punching motherfucker. He kind of caught him when he didn't expect it. And you know, but he recovered very nicely though. But we just saw him take shots from like Earl Spence that was flush, and we didn't see him take shots from Canelo. Now we saw him take shots from Madrimov. He eating these punches like they ain't nothing. But when he was smaller, it seemed like the punches might have a little bit more of an effect on him. Well, we see this with Prograis. You getting hurt when you done moved up in weight, and you fighting against a man that don't even have a high knockout percentage. Why are you getting hurt against JoJo Diaz? It looked like you just shot, and it's time to hang it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
guess I will give a little credit to the fight because JoJo did hurt the man. Some people felt like he won, but I just would rather see the young guy fight somebody coming off a win and somebody that's coming in to win and not just be an opponent.
I feel it. Our brother Decane, oh, I'm sorry, AI, Meets in Music, has slid into the building. Say, damn, I'm late. What I miss?
Salute.
Salute to you. He said, hey, that's a big vouch for Schofield to say he'll KO Diaz.
Well, the reason I say that is because I think JoJo going back down the weight. If I'm not mistaken, he fought Prograis at 147, right? And now they talking about him fighting Schofield, so that's likely going to be at 135, right? So I just think him going back down in weight as an older guy against a real puncher, I think that equal a knockout. And it seemed like that's what they're trying to get for Schofield, you know, for his resume. One of the only guys to knock out JoJo. So yeah, that's what I see.
He's sucking himself down 2 weight classes?
I'm assuming, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he fought Prograis at 47. This kid Schofield fight at 35. So he got to be going down in weight, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, that's a lot.
Yeah,
especially an older fighter. That you know that don't seem like a smart move.
Yeah, man, it kind of remind me like when Pedraza had went up to either, I think he was fighting at 140 for a while, fighting decent, you know, tough guys, and then they had him go back down to 35 and fight Keyshawn. And Keyshawn went in there and got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because he had went down in weight. I done seen that shit several times, man. Fighter go, an older fighter fighting at a weight class, and then they go down a weight class for an opportunity and go out there and get knocked out. We seen the same thing with Edgar Berlanga, where he fought the guy, I think he's from Ireland. He got a brother that fight. The brother that he fought, the brother, he fought against Lamont Rose Jr. on Pro Box. McCrory. I think the last name was McCrory. But this McCrory, he had been fighting at 175 and whooping motherfuckers. He had beat the guy out in Germany and shit. And then they had him come back down to 168. And then they put him off in there with Berlanga, and Berlanga got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it just looked like a setup where they trying to get a knockout for the young up-and-coming guy.
Okay. D-Lo say 142, but basically welterweight. And Decane came back and said Diaz and Prograis fought at junior welterweight. And speaking of certain things, he said you can only play defense with your face for so long until the resistance starts to fade. I believe he's speaking on Prograis on that.
Yeah, I think D-Lo right. I think they fought at a catch weight. It seemed like it was a bigger weight class than 140 because Prograis was trying to go up in weight. I think making 140 was starting to be a little tough for him, so he's trying to get on the trek to 147. Same thing with Ramirez. We were saying for the longest, man, when these motherfuckers Ramirez and when Josh Taylor, when these motherfuckers gonna move up? These motherfuckers been fighting at 140 forever. It looks like they starting to get diminishing returns. And then they started trying to move up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think he one of them.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on 1 second.
All right, let me look up in the chat and see what's going down. I can't see the chat right now. D-Lo say, yeah, that's why motherfuckers picking their chops, wanting Bud back down to 154, but was quiet as a church mouse on Tuesday when he was at 154. Yeah, I guess I can say I did see an interview where he was talking about he might go back down to 154. So maybe that gave him some hope. You know what I'm saying? I was assuming he might go back down to 160, but recently he started talking like he gonna stay at 168. So we'll see how that shit goes, man. I would really prefer that he just go ahead and ride into the sunset on the motherfuckers. He came, he saw, he conquered. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. He say, them three ruined their careers staying at 140 way too long. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, them motherfuckers stayed at 140 for too long. Josh Taylor went out there and got beat by a domestic guy. Man, he got beat by Echo Esmond. Definitely got to go ahead and hang it up. Ramirez, he done went to 147. He out there just looking like hot garbage out there. He looked like he need to hang it up. Prograis, he done moved past 140, went to a catch weight, and looked like garbage again. I know he got the victory, but that didn't look like the same Prograis. It's time for him to go ahead and hang it up, man. Let the up-and-coming crop of fighters get their opportunity. He said now 160 or 168. Yeah, I really wouldn't mind seeing him like just maybe get a Charlo fight at 160 because you know they got a little grudge match type of thing going on. Whoop his ass and then go ahead and ride to the sunset.
Oh, you talking about Bud?
Yeah.
Yeah. That if any fight that I would say should take place, that would be the one. That would be the one because he said he don't like Charlo because Charlo was D-Rod and he was doing too much and all that kind of stuff. If there's a fight to be had, it would be that one. But I will say this. I think Charlo looking at it now, it's a different monster you finna step because you out of your mouth said Canelo's a beast. And this man went out there and slayed the beast. And he already done stood up on the ropes and grabbed his cup on you and talked bad to you. Next thing after that, you kind of left the sport for a minute. Now you back, this man's still here, and he just beat the beast that you got in the ring and didn't do anything against. Except take a knee.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't know.
They had to send in the big guns because man, those Mexicans were holding their nuts on us.
Look
at y'all, boy, you out there running and shit. Because the way Charlo fought. Yeah, all y'all blacks do is run. And then we had to send in the big guns.
And now they sitting home crying.
We had to send. Yeah.
Canelo.
Yeah, you saw that video I posted?
Yeah, I saw that motherfucker. Boxing gloves hanging around his neck like he was at the gym or something. No, Canelo. Rubbing his eyes. They hadn't even given the decision yet. The bell had just rung ding, ding. Canelo on TV holding his hand up. Bud holding his hands up. And he wiping tears because he know what the truth was. He knew.
Oh, man.
He knew. It felt good to see. And I saw one where the dude didn't even let his TV get to the decision. And he started punching his shit. Family looking at him like, damn, what's wrong with you, Holmes? I feel giddy.
I can't lie, man. I hate that I didn't appreciate the man more in his career. I remember the first time I saw him fight when he fought Brady Prescott. That was kind of like his breakout fight on the scene. And I saw a good fighter, but I didn't think I was looking at the future best fighter of this generation. I'm like, yeah, you know, he went out there and outboxed Prescott, and Prescott could punch like a motherfucker. He hit Amir Khan with a right hand and came back with the hook. It looked like he knocked that motherfucker back to England. He was punching. Yeah, he was punching in there. So when they fought, they said that Crawford came in on short notice. So I say, you know, Prescott probably get him. You know, I don't know shit about Crawford. And Crawford go out there and beat him every round. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up outboxed him, hit him. He wasn't allowing himself to be hit. And it was just a wild victory. And I saw a guy that had some good skills, but I just didn't think he was that motherfucking good. I will say this, though. As Crawford goes up in weight, I liked him more. Like, I like the 140 version better than 135. I like the 147 version better than 140. I didn't get a chance to really get a big sample size at 154 and 168, so I can't say too much. You know what I'm
He
saying?
just
But I
gave
was,
us a happy meal at 154.
yeah, I was impressed with him against Madrimov though. I know people gave him hell, gave him all kind of criticism and shit about the Madrimov fight, but I thought that was a hell of a performance.
The
And
man
also,
fought a different fight from what he usually does.
he fight a
Madrimov.
different fight every fight. It ain't no his
No,
usual
I'm
fight.
talking about Madrimov.
Nah, Madrimov always fainting shit though.
Yeah,
That's the
but
way
he
he
wasn't.
fight.
We expected him to like kind of let his hands go a little bit. I think as the fight started going on, you could see the skill differential between he and Bud as
But
they
keep it
started
100
locking up.
though. How many Madrimov fights did you see before he fought Crawford? Can
3.
you? What fights were those?
And I had to go back. I had to go and look him up when they brought him up. When they brought him up and said he was going to be a good fight. I just went and looked up Madrimov and looked at some fights.
Yeah, I watched him fight Michael Soro and shit. He had went to Dagestan and knocked out that 5 that they got over there. Can't think of his name, goddamn me. The dude that fought against Callum Smith brother. They really should have gave it to Callum Smith brother, but they robbed him and shit, in my opinion. But the guy was a good fight. His name is Magomed Kurbanov, I want to say. And Madrimov got him out of there in like 6 rounds. Might have been 5 rounds or something like that. That was very impressive to go over there and knock out that man in his home country. Madrimov is a good fighter. He always faints and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He got over 300 amateur fights. He a 4.5. He won silver at the Junior AIBA World Championships. That's a hell of a fucking fighter right there. You know what I'm saying? I would say that he fought it away from his normal style when he fought against Virgil Ortiz, because he did a lot more movement in that fight than I'm used to seeing him do. But in front of Crawford, he did his normal thing. He got in there with his Erky jerk type of style. He got a lot of head movement and shit, got decent footwork. He fought how he fight, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford looked good, made it do what it do. And now he just went up to 168, and he looked even more comfortable in the ring. Just looked like an outstanding fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I think if I would have seen this shit in reverse, like if I would have saw the big Crawford first instead of the little Crawford, I probably would have liked him a lot more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just hate that I didn't give him more support and respect than I did in his career.
Okay, well we still got a chance to see it though. So you can still say like an old wine, it's refined on your taste buds, and you appreciate it now. Like me, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate him a lot more now, cause the skill sets have gotten to show a lot better as the game moved on and we started putting eyes on him a lot more. The Kane said, watch Bud on the Porter Way today, and said they noticed Canelo abandoned the jab in recent fights, but they still trained for it in case he brought it back.
Yeah.
We had kind of spoke on him getting away from the jab, and I think I remember saying that if he wanted to have a good fight, I would think possibly that he probably would try to come back to his jab, but he didn't. And that cost him. I think it would have cost him anyway, because a jab was put in his face so much that, like I said, he had to think about it too much. He couldn't get around it.
I think what impresses me the most about Crawford is him outside the ring. You know, the humility. The motherfucker that is a fierce competitor. A guy that's a good role model. If your son say, I want to be like Crawford, you ain't tripping. Crawford is a good guy to be like. He ain't wearing purses. He's not wearing skinny jeans. He not out here trying to be a fucking rapper. He ain't out here trying to be a big celebrity. When celebrities come around, he look at them upside their head and shit, kind of like, like they ain't nobody special. Like, he fuck with his family. He still fuck with his cousins and kinfolk and shit. He be with his kids. They say if you can go fishing with 3 people in history, who would you go with? He said, my 3 sons. Ain't none of these celebrity motherfuckers more important than my 3 sons. I'm going fishing with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He fuck with the generation that's coming up behind him. Keyshawn and Shakur, and now little Zaquan Moses and all this type of shit. Always in the gym, works hard. Wasn't handed anything. Did not come into the game with an Olympic gold medal. So where everybody bidding for his services. This motherfucker came in the back door. Had to get it all out the mud. You know what I'm
From the
saying?
bottom to the top.
Mama telling him he ain't gonna be shit. In one ear, he got his father saying, "You gonna be a world champion one day." In the other ear, you got your mother saying, "You ain't gonna be shit."
And
Your-
what?
Your daddy was weak, you gonna be weak. That's what Charleston White said.
Man, that one-eyed dude right there be tripping.
Mama say she tried to pay folks $5 if they could whoop Bud Crawford. Couldn't nobody whoop him. So she upped the price 100% and went to $10 and couldn't nobody collect the money. This motherfucker fighting everybody in the neighborhood. Wrestling and shit, folding motherfuckers up like pressers. Hey, there's one video I posted from Facebook, man. That's still one of my favorite videos where this dude was talking about how Crawford got a light skin complex. He don't like light skinned dudes and shit. He be grabbing them and dragging them around on the ground by their hair and shit and folding them up and embarrassing them and shit. And it just show all these clips how he got all these niggas strained up. He dragging folks all on the ground by their hair and
Man,
say that
not
motherfucker
the
Crawford.
light skin complex.
Yeah, Crawford mean. That's why I say he like a psychopath. That motherfucker mean. Got that psychopathic laugh and shit. Yeah, he is a very unique fighter. You know what I'm saying? And all of this shit is part of his strength too. Like you can look back on the past fighters and we liked them, but they wasn't as solid as Crawford. Like we look at Sugar Ray Leonard. They say Sugar Ray Leonard gave a dude some head when he was like 14, 15. I know we don't talk about that. We
Wait,
swept
what?
that under the rug. Huh?
You can't just say something like that. Wait, what?
All right, that's what they said back in the day. That was like some shit. Like he was forced to do it type shit. I think that's what Sugar Ray said. Like he was forced to do it.
Wait.
Nah, square up business. Like on some
Wow.
real shit. And you know he already kind of sweet acting anyway. You know. But we look at all our past greats. I say maybe except for folks like Ali and shit like that. But like we look at Tyson. Tyson was crazy as a motherfucker. He out there saying some wild, outlandish shit. He doing drugs. He doing all type of shit. Roy Jones was Superman when I was young. But you know, he trying to be a rapper and he trying to be a celebrity. Like all of that type of shit. Mayweather, you know, he did what he did. Crawford is the opposite of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't out there being super flashy and shit like that, man. He doing what he want to do on his own terms. Don't nobody define what he's supposed to be doing but him. And I just got to give the motherfucker respect on that, man. He is probably the best boxing ambassador that I have seen.
Now
Ever.
I'll give him that. Devo said, Buddy McGurk said that Zanabek ain't ready for Bud. Then he said, I want Jamel to retire. He already retired as far as I'm concerned. Charlo knelt before the beast. Jamel shit to bed. So Bud does a lot of mental training as well. I saw a clip of it, but can't find it. Yeah, I picked Prescott, Gamboa, and Postile. I was done after
that'd be a good one though if he fought Janabek at 160. I favor Crawford in that fight, man. If you're gonna be a southpaw, you're only 5'10", and I'm taking Crawford. He might get an Earl Spence type of ass whooping, man. Southpaw versus southpaw. And this dude got these long arms and shit. He got a fucking computer on top of his shoulders. Good power, good speed. Janabek ain't fought nowhere near that level.
You can't say I saw them all. He said I saw all of them. I was a huge Madrimal fan, and he didn't fight his usual fight. I love him because he brought the fight. Definitely, he brought the fight. Definitely didn't do that with Bud.
I saw him use feints and shit in the past though. I ain't seen him as just like some reckless guy. I mean, I saw that he had a little bit more respect for Crawford, to where he just wasn't gonna just run in their head first and shit. But I always saw him as a thinking man type fighter. I saw him in there fighting, getting guys out of position, like when he fought Kurbanov and shit like that. So I can't say that he just like if you get in there with somebody that's better than your previous competition, of course you're gonna try to change it up and shit, give yourself a better chance to win. But I didn't see him fight like he fought against Ortiz, for example. That was a totally different Madrimal. He went out there and beat himself. He went out there and moved around the ring and used up his legs and shit early in the fight. And he barely had any energy to get offense off coming down the stretch. That was kind of like Lomachenko against Teofimo we was talking about earlier. When he fought Teofimo, that was a totally different Lomachenko that I had seen.
Stayed in the box for over half the fight.
Yeah, but against Crawford, to me, it just looked like he was trying to fight. He fought a chess match with a chess master. And it was some folks that thought he won the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't think that.
But it was talks. It was people saying they thought he won the fight.
There was a lot of it was a lot of people saying, but I considered most of them detractors.
But it still was like it wasn't like wide scores and shit. It was 7-5, 7-5, and 8-4. So those are relatively close scores. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he went in there and just got blew out. But yeah, he had more respect for Crawford, but I still saw elements in his fight game that I've seen in the past, like with his feints and that Erky jerk type of rhythm that he had.
Yeah, DeCane said he had footwork and feints, but he always threw hands.
Shit, I thought he threw hands in there too. It was just a chess match. He knew he was out there with somebody that could counter him. So he can't be too reckless. But he got off the lead right hand and shit. That was one of the reasons that Crawford got criticized for the fight, because he took too many right hands. So obviously Madrimal was throwing something. Shit, he throwing right hands in that bitch.
D-Lo said Crawford said they saw what they saw on tape was not what they saw in the ring versus Madrimal. And then I think this is for you. On behalf of the Give Crawford his due credit committee, no cables needed. All is forgiven, my brother.
I put cables on it. I ain't trying to put no cables on it, man. I'm trying to get a motherfucking credit.
No, I think that's like the nickname of the Give Credit, the due Give Credit committee. You know, that one of y'all statements is no cables needed. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, the only thing I can criticize Crawford over is holding Turkey hand when he announced the fight. I ain't like that shit. But ain't nobody perfect. Like even Ali wasn't perfect. Like when he was calling Joe Frazier a monkey and all. Yeah. I mean a gorilla and all that. That wasn't no player shit, especially at that time. Man, we talking about civil rights type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you over calling this man a gorilla and shit. That wasn't no player shit. So he wasn't perfect. But
and
Crawford
pulled out a little rubber gorilla too, didn't he?
Yeah, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. So he wasn't perfect, but he, Crawford ain't did no egregious shit to me though. Like he been pretty player the whole way. He just a motherfucking competitor.
Man had to whoop on Bradley just to get his own manager to give him some opportunity. Bradley said he came fresh off the plane straight to the gym, put hands on me, went home, went to his hotel, came back the next day and put hands on me some more.
He said what really impressed him is that he was there by himself without nobody in the corner.
And
then he said the next day when he came back, he was a totally different fighter. And I think that's probably the biggest part of his legacy for me. The fact that you can be a different guy every time we see you. Cause even the difference in 2 days, you look like one guy one day, the next day you're somebody else. That's the octopus that we was talking about, how you just adapt. You know what I'm saying? You just a chameleon type motherfucker. You can be 100 different people in one man type shit.
Rod X say pressure make diamonds. Yes, it does. Yeah. He likes Shakur and Ward though. You know, that's his boys. And they like him too.
Yeah, but that respect comes through fire though. Like when Shakur said, ain't nobody ever whooped his ass like Crawford. He said, man, I've been winning tournaments. I've been fighting all around the world whooping motherfuckers. I get off in there with Crawford and took the worst ass whooping that I ever took. But I got better though. And
Right.
they got each other respect. Like he got Crawford, Shakur got he respect Crawford for that ass whooping. And Crawford respect him for taking the ass whooping, but staying in the gym, getting better. He's seeing the improvements and shit. He going out there winning world titles. That's something that matters to Crawford. He's about the accolades. That's one of the knocks he got against Tank. He like, man, how many fucking real world championships this man got? Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division champion and all this type of shit. So he respects that. So that respect was mutually earned. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just give it to you. You gotta earn it.
And that's respectable all the way, because that makes a solid foundation with a friendship, where you can see this person don't get jealous of you, but respect what's going on and try themselves to get as good or better. Speaking of his mama telling him he wasn't shit on Porterway, he said it didn't matter what everybody think or said. Only thing that matters is if you believe in you. And he's believable when he says that. That's coming from my brother Decay.
Yeah, it's good to see him get his due. Like he went to the damn football game for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and he came in and did the siren and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he from Nebraska, he from Omaha, so they had him like as a special guest at the beginning of the game. So he came in with the team and shit. He had a jersey on that had the number 168 on it. You know, commemoration for the undisputed he just won. But he ran the siren. He was turning that handle hard as a motherfucker to look like he gonna break that bitch. But he crunked that bitch up. And that shit was that was good to see.
An honorary Cornhusker. There it is right there, 168.
Yeah.
He's believing when he said Roy went through it with his pops. D-Lo says Zanabek's trainer said no dice. We ain't trying to hear that. He said Zanabek be talking cash shit on Twitter about how everybody avoiding him. That's coming from Decay. Supposedly, he and Adams is finally next.
Who next? Brandon the Cannon?
Yeah, I was just finna say Brandon the Cannon. Brandon the Cannon. He didn't say who first name, but I'm guessing that's the Adams he talking about.
Shit. You might talk up on the ass whooping fucking around with the Cannon. I swear, if I was the manager, my fighter ain't fighting Brandon Adams. Absolutely not. This man learned on the job. He is one of the toughest motherfuckers that you will see. He has been stopped once, several years ago. He got stopped in like 2 rounds. I don't remember what the details with all of that. But outside of that, that motherfucker tough as nails. I've been seeing him fight since Friday Night Fights. He was in a tournament on Friday Night Fights and made it to the finals without no amateur background and none of that shit. And he fought Willie Monroe in the finals. That's why I first got introduced to Brandon the Cannon Adams. I done seen him fight tough guys. He done fought the Charlo brothers and all that type of shit. Serhii Boachuk and all this type of shit. He was in the damn tournament when he made it to the finals against the Greek fighter, Andre Kasarakis. And that was a close fight. Could have went either way. They was both in there throwing punches, throwing hands like a motherfucker. We had our money on Kasarakis, so I'm glad we got the victory. But that's just the type of guy, man, you might not get a lot of credit for beating him unless the credit is coming from hardcore fans. And it's just too much smoke. For what? Nah, we ain't fighting Brandon the Cannon, man. We're going to have to go another direction. Y'all just have to talk about me and say, me and Trey X, a bullshit manager. Nah, nigga, I'm looking out for my fighter, and I'm not going to put my guy in there with Brandon the Cannon Adams, because that's a potential ass whooping waiting on you.
Yeah, but we talking about the wrong Adams. They said Carlos.
Oh, Adamas. This motherfucker here with his reading skills and shit. Is it Adams? Is it
No,
Adamas?
it's Adonis.
Adonis.
Adonis. What's up, big bro? You a little late, but what's up? Damn, it's 10:13 for real. Yeah.
Yeah, this motherfucker here, man. You sober too, nigga. You ain't got no excuse no more, nigga. You should be able to see that say
I'm
Carlos
I'm
Adamas.
sipping me some what is this? I got me a little glass of wine. I can have some wine once in a while.
Oh man, you said you want
But I
to
ain't-
drink. You could have drunk some wine. We watched the fight.
No, I can't. I gotta get it in like and have enough time for it to be out of my system. 4 hours. I started on this when we first started. I'm done with it.
Nigga,
now.
the fight was on a Saturday.
Oh, you talking about with but nah, I wasn't trying to do nothing that night because I didn't want to get too crunk. And I had to do a lot. I still had to do a lot of studying. I know tomorrow is the test. I'm gonna pass the test, the written test. And then, man, this stuff is hard, bro.
Nah, nigga, you shouldn't even drunk that shit then if the test tomorrow.
I got the writing test. I ain't worried about that no more. I got the writing test. We done took a few practice tests. I'm averaging 91 to 93, so I ain't worried about that. The thing I'm finna have to deal with now is, like, say you in your town and somebody say go from this place to this place, but you gotta have your vehicle facing a certain direction and you gotta show up in a certain spot. You can't use GPS. You can take a couple of minutes to look at a map and map it out, and then you gotta do it. And you can't ride on the route. You gotta go around the route and pop yourself in within the route.
Yeah.
It's called deadheading. And when I listen to the teacher talk about it, it sounds complicated as heck because one, I don't know nothing about the west side. I don't know nothing about the south side or the north side, the northwest, or none of those sides. But I see these other people doing it, so I'm like, I can do it. I just gotta figure out what the combination is to do it. That's the only thing that makes me nervous. That and turning right.
Shit, I got confidence in you, man. As long as it ain't got nothing to do with reading, I got the ultimate confidence.
And you better believe I've been doing plenty of reading on it. So even though y'all, I understand y'all laugh at me. I make the mistakes of pronouncing shit wrong and stuff like that. But I bet you when it go into my mind, how it come out my mouth might not be right, but in my brain that shit right.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you and everybody else. What's up, son? Yeah, I'm talking to my boys. All right, man. Good to see you. They understand. You know, it come out the mouth wrong when I read, but goddamn, I can guarantee you, wasn't shit wrong with my grades when it came down to it. I let y'all laugh at me, and it's ha he funny. But when it come down to getting down to business, me and my money come together real strong. Ain't no job when it come down to doing anything held me back. And I do manager shit. I don't lay back in the cut and be no you tell me what to do type thing.
I feel you, man. I just be fucking with you because you're my partner.
Yeah,
But,
I know, but it's for the ones that think, you know, because I know there's some people out there that be like, he be fucking up. Yeah, I do. But I guarantee you when it comes down to it, I'm ready. But like I said, bro, the only thing that got me scared, but not scared, but nervous, is turning right because it's a 40-footer, you know. It's not the same as a school bus because the wheels of the school bus is in front of you. On these buses, the front wheels are like 2 or 3 feet behind where you sit at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like riding in front of the wheels. So the whole turning thing is different. They telling us about these pivots and stuff, and I'm just anxious. I'm just anxious to finally be able to do it so I can physically do it to see how it feels and what it is. But and that and just mapping out the city. I think I'm gonna start going on the weekends. I'll probably just start giving my Sundays up because this gonna be my last weekend free, and then I'll be working 6 days a week because the studying is gonna amp up that much more. And I think I'm gonna start taking Sundays and start just catching the bus because we can do it for free. And I think I'm gonna start riding certain lines so I can start figuring out their routes and how I would intersect into them.
Well, shit, it sounds like you definitely fired up about it, so that's what's up.
I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am excited about it because it's a different endeavor. I've been in the oil field. I've did plumbing. I've did HVAC. I've worked in recycling. now this is something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm always running around making a joke saying I'm gonna be the Black Ralph Cramden. You know who that is, right?
No.
Uh, that's the honeymooners dude. They used to say, "One of these days, Alice, pow, right to the moon." But he was a bus driver. It's a sitcom from back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that line for
yeah.
sure.
You know, I'm saying I'm gonna be him. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer and somebody else they redid that. They redid it, and I saw they got one of his hats because you know you can't wear a hat. They was like they got hats, but you can't wear the hats. But they got a hat like what he had, which like an old cop hat. We get to wear them, so I want one of those too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited. I can't wait to be able to get on and start doing stuff so I can like fill y'all in on what I saw funny throughout the day or crazy, you know.
I had something interesting happen this past Saturday at the poker game. So we off in there playing poker, doing our thing. And this crowd is not like a hardcore poker crowd. They actually all just hustlers, but nothing to do with poker though. Like they just hustlers in different forms, you know what I'm saying? And gambling is a big part of it. Like in Temple, gambling is a big part of our culture down here. Niggas gonna gamble and motherfuckers are seasoned at this shit. So this is really a place where you can go get broke. Like if you don't know what the hell you doing and somebody get you on some shit, nigga, you'll lose all your money. So this one motherfucker come off in there and hit these seasoned gamblers for $20,000 at one time. I'm talking about he was soaking in every motherfucking dollar like a Hoover vacuum cleaner, nigga. It was crazy, but it was off straight up mad. So he got the people playing poker to shoot dice with him, and he gave him a prop bet. He said that I get 2 rolls to either roll a 4, a 10, or a 7. So he basically, to make it short, you have 12 combinations of those numbers. The dice can throw 36 combinations in total. So he's saying that I got 12 combinations and I'm gonna give you 24 combinations. So that's 2-to-1 odds. But I get 2 rolls to make this. And I didn't do the math in my head fast enough. I couldn't figure the shit out at that time. So I'm sitting up there just watching everybody get broke. One of my friends lost $7,000 by himself. And I'm kind of encouraging it because I'm really kind of lost. So I'm like, I think you the favorite in this situation. I can't really understand why you're losing. And what made it so bad is that they started off winning. They was winning at first, and then all of a sudden everything just shifted and they started losing. And before this took place, they went to the store, they bought some brand new dice, they got a cup for the motherfucker to shoot out of, and they watched him closely to where he couldn't get no crooked dice in the game. And this motherfucker beat him out of 20K, and it was straight up math. I didn't figure it out until I went home. So this is the odds. If you're a 2-to-1 favorite, that means that you win 2 out of 3. So that's taking the odds and turn it into a fraction. So you go 2-to-1, you go 2 out of 3. You got 2 rolls to do this. So it's 2 out of 3 times 2 out of 3. That equals 4/9. If you turn that into odds, that equals 4-5. So that means that you have a 44.4% chance of winning this, and he got a 55.56% chance of winning his side. So even though you were 2-to-1 favorite for each roll, the fact that you got to get through 2 rolls, it makes him a favorite, 4-5 favorite for him. And I didn't figure the shit out until till late at night. I got up texting motherfucker. I text my dad and shit. Man, I figured that shit out. I text my partner. I figured that shit out. But then look, then I started getting scared. I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't say nothing because I'm over here knocking this motherfucker's hustle. And the dude looked kind of violent. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? He looked like somebody that might shoot you in your ass for messing up his hustle. I had told Yasa about it. Yasa said, man, hey, if I give you my advice, I would say keep your mouth shut, nigga. Don't say nothing. Tell your pops or something so he don't get messed up. Maybe tell your friends so he don't get jammed up. But don't get to talking too much, man, because, you know, ain't no sense you getting shot in your ass for running your mouth too much. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga hate to have to be calling you sore cheeks around this bitch.
Yeah. I'm over here nervous in the motherfucker when I got to thinking about that shit. Like, man, I'm over here spreading the math and shit to this nigga's hustle, and he gonna come back and not be able to make no money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That is a great example of why knowledge is power. He came in with a gimmick that he had the math worked out for. We didn't have the math. I wasn't sharp enough to get it on the spot. I got it when I got home that night. And he went out there and made 20,000 in one day. Straight
Shit.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I hear you. I'm thinking about your friend that lost the $7,000. And salute to Eric. Oh, we do hear you, bro. I just didn't want to interrupt Trey while he was telling the story. Especially when he said $7,000 from his partner that his partner lost. I'm sitting here thinking, trying to put my mind in his partner's shoes and be like, fuck, I can't afford to lose no $7,000 like that. He said, yeah, MZ. Oh, MZ could read his ass off in his mind. It goes through his eyes like a 4.5. It come out his mouth like a 1.5. I thought we was brothers, bro. That ain't how you come in swinging like that. But I love it. The Kane said, just practice anytime you get a chance. The more you do it, the better you'll get it.
Yep. He probably talking about the test though.
Yeah, because I seen where he said, get a toy. He said, get a toy school bus. But I'm not driving this. I'm not driving the toy school bus. I'm driving the city bus. And we're going to be practicing on this 60-footer. You know, I don't know. Y'all seen the bus that got the little like accordion thing in the middle of it? We practicing on those. Man, every day I'm waking up like at 3 o'clock in the morning with driving on my mind. I pull my stuff out. I start reading, start studying, going through it. I am fully dedicated on this, and I can't wait to tell y'all, man, I graduated and I'm in all the way in. Cause right now it's still training and the hazing level. We officially hired, but we not part of the team yet. You know, we like the practice squad still. I'm trying to get on I'm gonna be a starter. Fuck that. I'm gonna be a starter. Cause I wanna get an award. Cause they got plaques and stuff. I need to get my name on one of these plaques. I can't leave without it. I got to have it. Cause they got accolades. I need one. I'm sorry, I need one. I got them in school. I need an accolade. Especially, can you imagine me getting up in that mug at my age? It's the dude that been in there. They got like a cutout picture of him, right? It's like remember the big heads that you used to stick on the wall?
Yeah.
It's like one of them. This man been driving in this city transportation for 50 years.
Well, as long as your ass been alive down there.
Right. I'm like, that's amazing. To me, that's amazing. Without any major traffic infractions or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's I guess because I'm in there and I'm seeing the inner workings of it and everything, it excites me because, you know, you look at a bus driver and you see the bus going up and down the street, you don't really give it much thought. But then once you get in there and you get to seeing what they do and what it is that they doing for the city and all that kind of stuff, it makes you start to say, oh, wow, you know, it really is something that's going on. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. I thought they buses ran on diesel and stuff. These buses run on compressed gas and electricity. They don't even go to regular gas stations now. This place got the largest compressed gas station in the northern America, right here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah,
get that shit, OG."
I am. I'm putting on my little suit. My little shirt. I might even get me a tie. Because they say you could wear a tie too. I might even get a tie.
Yeah.
No, bro, he older. I think he like, I don't know how old this dude is, but on his plaque, on that plaque thing, it says, safe driver, dedicated, 50 years of service. That is amazing to me.
Yeah. I ain't even see OG in there. What's up, OG? Ernest Davis, what's going down, man?
Oh, let me do this right. My big bro in the house. Shit.
Texas
My
Timber, Manny
yeah,
Draperly, nigga.
that is my favorite producer of all time, Maestro, my big brother. I can't believe that just disappeared out of my mind like that.
You hanging around me too long, nigga.
Yeah, you've been forgetting a lot lately.
Yeah, that shit contagious, man.
Apparently.
You know what? I give myself some credit though, because I do put a lot of shit in my brain. So, I guess my brain just be discarding some shit that it don't think is as important. But I be put a lot of shit in my brain, nigga. It ain't easy winning all these football games and shit, nigga. This shit take work, brother. So I cut myself a little bit of slack. I ain't doing no tripping. It's all good.
Shoot, cause the shit that you do be remembering, how you can remember these dudes, these crazy names, and you get to pull it out. Once you get on the roll, you get on the roll. You get to pulling it out and spitting it out. And I'll be sitting back saying, how the hell, how did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? That's what I be going through in my mind. I don't know what everybody else be thinking, but for me, I be saying, how the hell did he just say this dude's name so easily? And matter of fact, how he remember this cocksucker?
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna lie though, man. I've been on the slump in boxing. I think I got fatigue. I hate to admit that. Like I've been in Sean Ross and shit consistently for so long. I done got to where I be dreading doing my picks and shit. Like I used to get the picks on Sunday. I have them done by Monday or some shit. Nigga, I be waiting till the end of the week to do them now. I kind of feel like I took this season off a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back a little bit stronger next season. And then football season here and shit, like I be excited to work on football. So I think I just needed like a little mental break from boxing a little bit. Like I'm still participating, but I'm giving myself a little bit of a mental break. And then like I tell Yasa, I said, Yasa, man, I'm just betting football, man. It's football season. I've been waiting all year for this shit. I got a major edge over the sports book. I'm all football. And then he asked me, he said, man, we got any boxing this week? And I'm like, man, I wasn't even gonna bet no boxing, but then I shot a bet out there anyway. We lost the motherfucker, and I got mad, and I ain't blame him, but I was kind of like, damn, this motherfucker to put the boxing on my mind. I wasn't even thinking about boxing. That was an unnecessary loss. And as you see, I didn't send you the bet. I didn't send the bet to D-Lo. I didn't even bet the bet on my personal account. I only betted with Yasa on Sky Bet. Because I'm really not trying to bet no boxing right now, nigga. I'm on football. I don't have time for the subjectivity right now. Boxing, I done lost too many bets this year with bad judging and shit. I should win the fight, but they ruled the fight a draw and all that old type of shit. Fuck that subjectivity. Football, nigga, you look at a scoreboard. Ain't no subjectivity, nigga. What is the score? And I got the edge over them in that shit. So nigga, I'm on football right now.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at the damn I'm sitting here looking at the L steady rolling in like, dang, my picks is not looking good. And then I heard that Fundora won in 7 instead of 9. That just pissed me off. So I'm satisfied when you first put the list up with the names. I didn't even see my name. I was like, damn, I did that bad that I fell completely off the list. Then I took my time and found myself, okay. I'm still doing good, but I got to get it together. At least these last 2 weeks. I got to get it together.
I can't even remember the last time I got a bonus. I've been so goddamn trash on the bonuses. But you know what? I'm trash every season on bonuses. If I ever do good on bonuses, I'll be in the mix to have a chance to win it. But normally I am straight up trash when it comes to them bonuses. So yeah, I'm getting told the fuck up this season, man.
Eric also said he got 3 fantasy football teams records: 3-0, 2-1, and 0-3. But maybe you should let that 0-3 go. Word to the wise. Cardinals are a snake-bitten team that I ain't drafting from no more.
Oh yeah, he did tell me he was fucking with the fantasy football and shit. Cause I had told him to come bet some football with us. I'm disappointed in you, OG Ernest Davis.
Oh.
Manny Draperly. Because I invited him to come bet some football with us, man, and have some fun, and the man ain't take me up on my offer. You know what I'm saying?
In his defense, it's been a lot going on over there with him.
Oh yeah. I know. That's one of the reasons why I made the offer, though. Get his mind off of shit, have a little bit of fun, some camaraderie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you done helped him out tonight because I see him and Eric all laughing at me. That's the shit I've been telling him. I tell him all the time, Eric. Yeah.
But it ain't just him though, cause my dad don't fuck with me on that. I tell him, man, you put me down with the game that you got, but you don't want to fuck with the game I got. And I say, whatever that you got going on right now, I got a bigger edge in this shit than anything you can think about right now. Why would you not be betting with me? That's fucking stupid. And you a gambler. You would rather put your money on a poker table than come bet with me. And I'm better at what I do than you are at poker. Like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. Shit, I ain't tripping. Motherfucker don't want to make no money, don't make none. Shit, I ain't gonna
Big
keep.
bro said he be forgetting. He said he coming. He promised.
Yeah. I told Gil Coles the same thing. Like, nigga, I done literally got one game wrong this season, and that was an accident. Where I come from, we call that losing in your hand. Like, if you let's say you got some game on the dice, and you got to have them in a certain position. If they not in that position, that's called losing in your hand. And that's what I did with the Pittsburgh and Seattle game. I had Pittsburgh at number 15, and I had Seattle at number 14. But I read the shit wrong. And I thought I had Pittsburgh at 14 and Seattle at 15. That's the only reason we lost. Everything else, nigga, been money in the bank, shorty, what you drink. Shit, all last season, I think I lost 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Fuck with your boy. Y'all might be dealing with the GOAT. Hey, what's the name of that guy you say you gonna be the next off the show?
Ralph Cramden?
You gonna be that nigga, and I'm gonna be the next Billy Walters, nigga. I'm gonna be the black Billy Walters. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be. I know you don't know who that is, but he is known as the greatest sports bettor in history.
Oh wow, that say a lot.
Yeah, I done bought his book and everything. Like, he is somebody that I really look up. I look up to him. I done read his book several times. I got screenshots of his important quotes and all kind of shit. But I am gonna be the next Billy Walters. I'm gonna be better than him. He is a lifetime 57% winner, nigga. I'm way above that in the NFL. It ain't gonna be too many times we make bets in the NFL and I hit you up and say we lost. Unless it's some fluke shit. I might take Miami over Green Bay on accident at nighttime in the winter. So where I got a warm weather team against a cold weather team at nighttime in the winter. That's a mistake. I am human. But outside of something like that, nigga, we gonna beat them. I done worked too hard for this shit. I've been working on this shit since 2010. You think I'm gonna sit up here and work on the same thing for 15 years and not get good at it? Like, come on, man. I'm hell with that shit, nigga. Square business.
Oh, my bad, Eric. He said, we got nothing but faith in you. You produce greatness. And your children are living testaments that the apple don't fall far from the tree. High grade stock. I appreciate that, man.
They take that from their mama side though, bro.
I guess they got their looks from me. Quite charming.
Well, they do look like you though. They look like you.
You know,
especially that one that just graduated. She definitely look like you.
Oh, come up. That's my baby girl right there. She told me the other day for my birthday, right? This blew my mind. She was like, Dad, you the best dad in the whole wide world. But she backdoored and said this. I'm glad you was born. I'm like, wow. That you know, I always have something to say. But that kind of took the words right out of my mouth. I didn't know what to say with that. But then after I had a 2 seconds to let it roll through my head real quick. I said, oh, that's cause you here. You know what I'm saying? Without me being what I am, how could you even make it here? That's why you glad I was born right there. She gave me that look.
Yeah, you definitely a wealthy man. That's for sure. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
are a very wealthy man, surrounded by love. Got your family. You actually raise your kids, and they love you. They doing great things in life. Going off to school, learning different languages, winning awards, and all kind of shit. You are definitely a wealthy man. That is 100% fact.
And
Square
I
business.
take this wealth over any other wealth forever. Not to mention, I got some pretty cool ass friends. And I consider y'all good friends for the simple reason, without us laying eyes on each other except through a screen or something, but to be able to have dialogue, conversation between each other, and I'm talking to each and every one of y'all that can hear me. I consider that a blessing and a testament of how you guys are and how I am. Because fake, no matter where it is, behind a microphone or whatever, you can't fake shit forever. The truth will come out. And I can honestly say that I have had honest conversations with all of y'all, and nothing has come back, in my opinion, to bite anybody wrong. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for messing with me like y'all do. But yeah, I know my kids and my wife, I just love what I got. And I would not give it up for nothing. For
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. We done all made each other better with this boxing shit. Iron sharpen iron is what they say in the good book. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely what it's been. Y'all have been a blessing to me. That is 100%. You know what I'm saying? Even something that might be looked at as negative, I look at it as a positive. Let me give you an example. I be getting on the cane. Nigga, you ate crow on this. Nigga, woo, woo, woo. So he get mad at me and go off on me. Nigga talk like he want to fight and shit. So I did get mad for a split second, but then I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a master strategist, like, when it comes to shit. So I'm like, you know what? He really is telling me to be different. Maybe that's a bad choice of words, but what I'm trying to say is there was a time where that was a big part of our channel, like on the corner, serving people crow. We had a little series called the Crow Chronicles and all this kind of shit. And it was about serving crow. But we done moved on to like a different era. So it's not about serving crow and all that type of shit no more. So if you notice, I don't never tell nobody that they got to eat crow or they was wrong and all that kind of shit. If someone has a difference of opinion than mine and it's somebody that I respect, I say, I know some smart people that see it the other way. See, we all tools for each other. Ain't no sense of us collide with each other on the basis of serving crow. So, like, let's say it's something that I need to know about women's boxing. I can holler at the cane and the cane gonna give me the rundown.
Right.
Let's say it's something about amateur boxing, somebody background. You can holler at me, I'm gonna give you the rundown. We all can help each other. Ain't no sense of serving no crow and all that type of shit. Have respect for the guy's opinion because you know it's somebody that's worthy of respect. The Kane is a 4.5. Could have been a 5 if he didn't miss 3 fights. He probably would have won the whole thing. So that's somebody that I respect. So instead of going at him and who we gonna serve the most crow and all that type of shit, nah, fuck that. If he got a difference of opinion, I know a smart guy that looks at it differently. Same thing with like D-Lo. That's my nigga. But D-Lo felt like Lubin beat Jesus Ramos fair and square. I thought Jesus Ramos won the fight. So instead of clashing at D-Lo for his opinion, I say, well, I got one of my smart friends see it the other way. He think Lubin won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So even some shit like that, I just felt like it just made me better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at big bro. He snitching me out. He said, little bro, I've been trying to fuck with you, but bro don't want to give me your number. I done asked 7 times. Several times.
Why
Well,
ain't give it to him?
I sent it already. I just sent it. Well, I was reading it right there. I don't know why I don't know. I'll be forgetting stuff too.
Yeah.
I'll be forgetting stuff too, but I just sent it to him. So now he can reach out and touch you without having to worry about going through me. And it's all good.
Yeah. Holla at me.
Bro, you ain't have to snitch me though. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to tell. He over there laughing right now. Tell my sister I say what's up.
Yeah, this is a tough weekend at football too. That's why I only got 2 picks. I got a couple of picks that's worth a look, but I just didn't want to put everybody's money at risk over with something that I wasn't too sure about. Those 2 games will be the Seattle Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals. I actually have on my model, I have the Cardinals slightly ahead, but since Seattle got a new quarterback with Sam Darnold, they look like they are a better team right now. He looked like he better than what they had last year with the brother that come from West Virginia, Geno Smith. Sam Darnold looked better. So I should actually have Seattle in front of Arizona. But they got Arizona as the favorite. 3.5 point. No, it's a 1 point. No. See, I think it's a pick 'em last time I saw it. But Seattle is worth a look for damn show. And the other game is the Colts at the LA Rams. They got the Rams as 3.5 point favorites. I actually got them very close too. But the way that the quarterback Daniel Jones is playing for the Colts, they look like they could be underrated as well. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get adventurous and take some picks, take a shot at Seattle and in the Colts. But I just didn't have enough confidence in all that, man. I just went with what I know to be proven. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Even though it's not
gonna
pay out as much though.
Oh, that's what you sent me.
Yeah, it's not gonna pay out as much, but you know, I think we'll get through this week and we can make it the next week with some momentum.
Say Eagles finna beat them Bucks. Arizona wide receiver Harrison Jr. has been playing bad, and their number 1 running back is out for the season.
Yeah, I don't know about them goddamn Eagles, man. Them Eagles had the biggest sweat game of the year so far for me, man. I took the Eagles this past weekend over the Rams, and the Rams was looking like Super Bowl contenders for at least the first half, man. They was on them Eagles' ass. Man, Jalen Hurts is the toughest quarterback I've seen, man. This dude here took some straight up, I don't even know how to describe them hits. I thought he wasn't going to get up, and he took 2 of them. I'm talking about wide open. He don't see the dude coming straight blind side. Bam! I'm like, oh, man. But they tough, and they got it together, and they came back and got the win. But that's not the same Philly team from last season. You know, this team ain't as strong as last season. I'm thinking the Detroit Lions are the Super Bowl favorites right now for sure.
They were throwing it deep like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Hurts is a killer, man, but the offensive line isn't as strong, and the secondary isn't as strong. You know, they're giving up more points and shit. Saquon Barkley ain't having the same type of season he had last year because they lost 60% of the fucking offensive line. So they ain't as tough as they was here last season, man. I think this game with Tampa Bay could go either way. I got Philly as the better team, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get upset by Tampa Bay.
I got no surprises in football. I have no expectations in football except when a bet gets sent to me. I expect my team that I'm betting on to do what they're supposed to do. Other than that, no expectations at all. None. Zero. Zilch.
Yeah.
I just can't. I've tried. I just can't get back into it. I just can't make myself say, you know what? I'm going to sit down and watch the football games today. I might watch like 5 minutes and then my interest just go to something like, I'm going to wake a track.
Yeah. I like it because it's like a science experiment every week. Like I get a chance to crunch my numbers and see if they come to life or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what keep me interested. If I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be as interested either. But I love that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Especially the fact that I can beat them consistently. I've been beating them motherfuckers for the last 3 years. And it ain't even been close. Like, nigga, I be destroying them motherfuckers with that football shit. So, yeah, that's what keep me interested and locked in.
Okay. I ran it. It's a couple of older cats at the job. Come to find out, they some musicians. One guy plays the bass, and he a percussionist as well, and the other guy's a keyboardist, and he's a percussionist. So I've been picking at their minds, you know, seeing what kind of music they like. I might be able to mix up a new genre or something and see if I can't mess with that. But they pretty cool about it.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be. I heard them talking about oh, let me tell you. So I'm speaking to this Hispanic guy at work, and you know he looking at me, and you know they do the Snoop Dogg thing. Oh, you kind of look like Snoop Dogg. I be wanting to say fuck y'all so bad, but I've been hearing it for so long that I don't even do it no more. I don't even do it. But we started talking about Canelo and Crawford before the fight, and I could just see it in his eyes that he wanted to tell me about how great Canelo was and all this. I could see it. It's oozing out his pores, bro. Really. And so I hit him with, I think Crawford gonna win, and I tell him all the reasons why. Then I felt like you know how they say you got your big dick suit on when you come back to work? That was me. Chest out, head held high. As soon as I walk in there, he gonna say, y'all know my name, Willie. Say, Willie, you was right. What you said about Canelo and Crawford was just right. In my mind, I'm saying, yeah, because you thought that old Cinnamon was going to whoop on Crawford because he too big. He Canelo. I got yeah. But, you know, he pretty cool guy. Yeah. He pretty cool guy. What? Oops, sorry. Well, baby girl said it's time for me to get off because, you know, I got about an hour worth of studying I need to do. And then I got to be up at 3:30 so I can be out the door at 4.
All right, that's bad, man. Appreciate you letting me get on the panel and chop it up with you. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm about to go find me something to eat, find me something to smoke on, and just chill.
Eat something,
you know what
but I most definitely ain't going to smoke. I'm going to go in here and smell a little bit. Just put my nose in her stash.
Hey, you stay out of grown folks' business right now, man. You on some other shit. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? We on another path right now.
Well, I've been downgraded, huh?
Yeah.
I done got sent to the little kids' table.
Yeah, nigga. When we fired up, you need to go to your room, nigga. and stay out of grown folks' faces.
You right.
Yeah, good luck to you on the test, though, my nigga. Go out there and knock that shit out the park. I already know you are, though, because you've been working hard on it. And I know that you want it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, man. Like I said, so I don't come back with no revisionist history. I got the Lions -2 on the teaser, and I also got the Denver Broncos as a pick'em this week. So y'all root them picks in for me, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Salute,
bro. Eric, let me read your last thing. He say, past 3 games, teams only 7 points combined in the second half. I don't know any team that can spot a team like the Rams 26-7, lead and win 33-26. But I feel you. We like being the underdogs. Okay, now, baby girl waited. I read that for you. Thanks, Lala D, from you coming in. I saw your message earlier today asking if we was going to be out. I don't know if you're going to take that day off or not, but I appreciate you coming in and showing us love. D-Lo 404 Boxing, that's my boy. Decane. You know, you know how I feel about you, my brother. Big E, Rod X, the champ, all you guys from coming through. Hey, man, it's nothing but love. I'll holler at y'all. Peace. We out of here.